What's up, Michael? I played another one of those Zonky songs.
What's up? I had to wait a minute there for my mic to pop up, but love it, love it. Good to see everybody.
Yes, welcome everybody. Hi, Maven. I didn't know. Do you want me to send the co-host to the Pilled um, PFP or to yours? Oh, I got Matt. Hey, Matt. Hello, Adam. I see Craig and Jesse, and little Kelly there. Matt, are you excited to learn about Pill.net?
I am actually. Isn't that one of the platforms that these things stream to?
It absolutely is.
Because I remember, I'm thinking, I was thinking, wait a minute, isn't Pill.net one of the streaming platform? Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. So that's kind of exciting. I never heard of it till I started interacting with you guys, and y'all said y'all stream your affiliate spaces and these on there. So yeah, I'm excited, but unfortunately, I got to bounce at the top of the hour.
No worries. I think Trash is going to try and come in after he gets off work. He's been relegated to not getting in spaces when he's at work.
Well, it makes sense.
Hi.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello. I see Pilled is on as the speaker, and Maven. I saw Maven just a second ago. Where'd she go?
Here.
Oh, there you are, popping up. Great.
Maven got up here.
Hi, Maven.
Hey,
do you want to?
guys.
Do you want the co-host, or you want me to send the co-host to Pilled?
Yeah, send it over to Pilled, but I'm here if you guys need me for anything.
Looks like we got everybody here, huh, Kim?
Yes. And I'm sure some more people will be rolling through. You know, give
Trash
them a
is going to
minute.
be here. He's going to be a little late. I was talking to him before.
Yeah. I was like, I know you're still at work for a little while, but can you jump in?
Where do I click co-host?
No, you're good. We hear you. We hear you, Rilla.
You
We
hear
got
me.
you.
You don't need me.
Now
Okay.
you're live,
Okay.
buddy.
Awesome.
Perfect. I mean, if you see that, it'll say on there, it'll say that I invited you to co-host, and you just click on where it says that. And then
It'll
you
be
hit
a blue thing at the bottom left corner of your screen above the mic.
Oh, okay. I don't see that yet. But,
Bear with us. We're
I'll
used to
keep
our platform.
Keep an eye out for
Are you on
yeah.
desktop or cell phone?
desktop.
It'll show up like and disappear sometimes real quick, so you might have to resend it to build.
Yeah, that or just scroll up and down.
Just be ready to nab it up. Pay attention to the bottom left corner of the space.
All right, I'm paying attention.
Okay, go ahead, Kim. Try to if you have to take it away and then send it back again, go for it. That might help.
I just did that. If it pops up there. Listen, guys, this is going to be a bumpy space a little bit because we're, getting the Pilled folks like used to spaces, and then we're going to be learning about their app and all the cool stuff that you can do on there because I've gotten in there before and I'm like, I want to be able to do stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing. So
it's going to be a learning experience for all.
Yes. So bear with us. Be patient. You might learn something. Oh, look, we got a co-host. Woo!
Yay!
It worked.
I used to stream back in the day on Twitch, so I'm very familiar with this sort of platform of the pill.net. That's why I'm like, I loved it when I found it.
Awesome.
So Adam, did you find it then? You found it and then was like, hey, why don't we stream? Or how did that come about?
Actually, it was Scuda. She's the one who told us about it, Stacy. And then we started streaming to it, and then we found out that Trash was in tight with these guys. So, and then it's been it's been over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had you guys, and like I know I love getting in there and seeing you, and you guys relay the X space over to Pilled really well. So it's just a really nice union of the two.
Well, and if they can ever get this figured out over here, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for Pills to, cross with spaces and, just have a larger audience for you guys.
Well, I mean, it's always about like the networking with all of us, trying to just always be able to speak and not be censored. And I'm sure Matt Brown's going to be able to tell you a ton about that, about Pills. But yeah, that's kind of what got us together, was
Yeah.
being able to talk freely.
Well, and that's another thing, right? We never know what could happen with some of these larger social media apps. And so learning and getting familiar with Pilled and getting over there and using it could be a nice, if things go bad, we can go to Pilled.
Go tell him, Rilla, how we're the comfy bunker.
Let's see, Sally's joined us.
Hey, Sally.
You would call on me while I was across the kitchen. How's everyone doing today?
We're good. We're going to learn some technology.
Isn't
Oh no,
isn't technology wonderful?
I love technology.
It can be wonderful.
Just to let you know, I've shared all the cool links that Maven gave me and information about the founders and the Purple Pill and the replies. And we all also pushing this out to QUX TV and where else?
The X broadcast.
YouTube and Facebook, and of course X Live broadcast, which this is going to be something new, so you guys can watch the video. We're going to have you alternating back and forth, but that information is to come, so don't be confused.
Yes, you're gonna have some tasks to do today in this space because X's video is not where it needs to be. So you guys are gonna be looking at the live and then we'll be discussing it. Oh, I see Mr. Rafi Pinda in the house. That's what I like to call him because it's Sandal.
I wanted to ask. So you guys had mentioned like, okay, I've been on Pilled. I've sort of used it, but then like you're not really sure exactly what to use. I was just wondering, what is it? What is it? Maybe that I guess.
Well, I bought like I think I bought some golden pills, but I'm not sure. And then I don't know how to give them out. So, and then I'm not sure how to navigate between streaming and the comments. And I get a little,
little lost. Were you on your phone or desktop?
phone.
Phone. Okay. Yeah. It's since, we call it a platform, right? But it's more of like a digital ecosystem at this point. It's like we have more features than just streaming. We have DMs, we have posting, we have groups and boards and pretty much everything else. A few other things we're missing, but I guess because it's that we have so many things that are going on, it can be somewhat intimidating to use the platform. But I guess most people, if they give it like, maybe 20 minutes of their time just to click around, they find that it's actually pretty intuitive. You just can't be afraid of clicking things. I mean, you're never going to make a mistake just by clicking something, right? Most of the time.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, there's like, even if you're going to buy gold pills, like there's obviously confirmations and stuff. And buying gold pills is kind of a separate function than anything. So just clicking through the chat and just clicking red pills.
And I don't know if I bought the gold pills with American Mission or
Well, what's I like
So-
about that is that you could give, which I have, is that you can give your gold pills, you can gift it to another creator, right? To another one. And it's
Yep.
or to individuals as well. And it kind of goes along this line, Kim, that you were talking about, to getting benefit for doing actions, right? To participate.
I think what you
Absolutely.
some advice. So me, I don't know what red pill is. I've been on Twitch, I've been on Rumble, YouTube, and X Lives. I think for the listeners and for myself, it'd be good to explain what is red pill, what type of platform is it. I think we should start from ground zero because for
Sure,
me, I'm
sure.
like, what is this thing we're talking about? And
Let
you're talking
me
about high
let me
level.
just
Sally, you read my
clear.
mind.
So it's not red pill. It's actually just pilled, PILLED.net. We called it pilled.net because it's like, to be somewhat like pilled, like you're convinced of something or you're not convinced. And that's why we didn't really go with the thumbs up or thumbs down, like the yes or the no with the posts. If you see that, you have a red pill and a blue pill. It kind of goes back to the movie The Matrix. It's like, are you going to accept this and wake up, or are you going to stay asleep and pick the blue pill, right? Um, so that's sort of the premise of that, and that's really where it got started. Was like this sort of I guess ideology with social media is like, we're only being shown what the social media platforms, the owners, the I guess the powers that be on those platforms want you to see, because things are censored essentially. It might be getting better nowadays. Not quite sure about that yet, but um, that's what our original mission was to, I guess, give people the sort of unadulterated views or opinions, truths, if you will, about everything, whether it be about politics or, I mean, ghosts or paranormal, UFO stuff. I mean, it can go as far as cooking or anything. Um, so, in that sort of mindset, we were just going after, a social media platform back then, about 5 years ago, where we only had posting, um, and it was more like Reddit at that point, where it's like you could just you know see the post, uh, make your own assumptions on it, and click red pill, um, or blue pill if you wanted to. After that, we realized that we didn't want to just stay in the sort of space that Reddit was in. We wanted to expand and keep growing, and that's why we added we added the boards feature. Then we added live streaming, and live streaming basically turned into this. It was like kind of not an overnight success, but it was just like, it only took uh, a few months to really get it up and off the ground from our initial prototype of the live streaming. So so when we first started that, we only had a couple of people streaming, and then we ended up getting woke societies on board. He had made friends with quite a few other podcasters, streamers, and once the YouTube sort of how do you want to, what was the name for that? Somebody help me out here.
Purge.
The purge, yes, thank you. So once the purge happened, all these people were looking for an alternative platform to go to, and as it was, Pilled was able to come in and help out the community in that way. And then we developed the gifting system, the gold pill system, in which basically every streamer is able to become monetized from the get-go, right? So there isn't like this sort of long drawn out process of like you need to post like 30 videos or have a certain amount of likes. You're just ready to be monetized right away. There's like one form you have to fill out just for tax purposes, but that's it. And on top of that, you don't even need to be a streamer to be monetized. You can actually just be a content creator. You can post long videos. You can post memes. You can post shorts. You can post pretty much anything you want and still be able to receive gold pills from that content creation. The one thing I just wanted to highlight real quick is that we did add shorts just fairly recently, and that's actually there's a lot of people posting shorts right now. The scrolling ability on mobile is just as good as TikTok. one feature that I really like about it is that you can post, or I guess you can DM shorts to your friends that are on the platform, and then you can go into your DMs and just flip through the shorts, just like you can on TikTok, which is pretty great, I would say, for just launching that a couple of months ago. We do still have a couple things that we want to fix with that, though, or not fix, but I should say expand upon with filters and such, the sort of more gimmicky shorts features, or smaller features with the shorts. But outside of the features that we have, it's like I said, it's more of a digital ecosystem now. It's not just a streaming platform, and I kind of want to just like hammer that home, because it's like, I don't want people to see Pilled as an alternative, because we're such a feature-rich application, and it almost kind of like it kind of sells. It doesn't. It just, it's kind of like calling something, less than what it is. It's like more of an experience. It's a community. If you go there, you go into a chat, there's so many people in the chat just ready to just start, talking, giving you their opinions and such. And there's
So
also,
it sounds like it's got like the functionalities of several different platforms that most people use, like maybe like a Telegram and an X and a streaming. It's like it's got sort of everything in there combined.
yeah, it is. And it's combined in such a way that it makes sense. Like, you're not searching for things, you're not getting lost in pages. It's very easy to navigate. It just takes a person, 10 minutes just to figure things out. It's set up pretty well.
Is there a mobile app in development?
Well, actually, if you go onto the website with your phone,
Yes.
there's a button that pops up that says download mobile app.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Truth Social was for what's it called, Android. When they only had it for iOS, you could actually download the application
Yes.
right to your
Yep.
phone rather than using the store. Beautiful.
Yeah, and that updates like every time we release an update, which is about every 2 weeks. You'll get a notification while you're in the app, just to click, and it updates the application right then and there. So one thing that does is it actually protects us, because then we don't have to rely on the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store to essentially say, yes, you can be an app. It kind of breaks us out of that sort of matrix that a lot of companies get into, like it is. So.
And let me know anytime you want to play your intro video or whatever to our live broadcast.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Well, let's clear the hands, and because we're gonna this is gonna be one of those experiments here, because we are going to pipe the audio in, and then you guys can look at it on the live. It's gonna be fun.
Which the link, everybody, is in the Jumbotron.
All right, so let's go to Sally, and then we'll go to Matt, and then we'll play that intro.
So you were talking about monetization. Is it through ad revenue? Do you have like, maybe I missed this when I stepped away for a second. So can people subscribe to you? How does all of that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you for asking. Actually, so ad revenue is something that Pilled is just getting into right now. As you know, most ad agencies, Google included, are not really keen on freedom of speech, right? But we do have some I guess, for lack of a better word, patriotic companies that are willing to take a chance with us and do use us as a ad tool. However, the revenue that you would be able to get would be from donations. So Gold Pill donations, you would receive 75% of all Gold Pill donations that are given to you, which is I think, what is it, 25% higher than YouTube. I know that it's 25% higher than Twitch.
We're currently the highest amongst them all.
Even higher than Rumble?
Yes.
'Cause I thought Rumble took 20%.
Yeah, but they also have requirements about cashing out. and when you're eligible to be monetized. So if you
Yeah,
take it all
I think
together, we are definitely the most bang for your buck.
Gotcha, because I think I had to, not comparing apples to apples. I'm not talking to anybody out of coming here. I just know that I only had to have
Oh,
5 followers
absolutely.
to get monetized on Rumble, right? And they keep the first $50, and then they pay you out
Yeah,
after that.
we don't keep any, and I'm sorry, Matt could absolutely talk more about this, but we don't have any hidden fees. We don't have any requirements, no special amounts you have to make before you can cash out. You can make $2 and cash out, and we're still going to take the smallest percentage, and
Awesome.
that goes right back to the platform to
Sweet.
keep
And
it
I just
running.
have one more. I just have one more question though. Do you, for streaming over to pill.net, do you have to have an interface like StreamYard, or do you guys have built in?
You do need an interface, whether that's StreamYard or Streamlabs, or you can use. There's another
Restream,
Restream,
Rumble Studios.
Rumble Studios, yeah.
And if you
So
want to go the free route, you can use Prism.
So
I
Sally,
have
Sally is a content creator that does her own streams, and she also does a show with a couple other ladies. What was that? The name of the show, Sally?
Simcast. I get invited on
Simcast, yeah.
Simcast on Sunday nights with Christy Mayer sometimes. So no, yeah. So I do stream. So I was just asking what stuff I need to be able to stream over there, because I would like to support people who are free speech, because I don't stream to YouTube. I'll guest on other people's shows on there because I talk about child trafficking. I talk about stuff where I have to use the real word in the existing world for people to understand it. So I'm asking questions that for me, because this is fascinating. So
Well,
thank you.
You are welcome with us. I mean, we have Liz Crokin over with us as well. So, I mean, we got people that are speaking the same, truths that you want to speak, and we definitely have the audience for it.
Yeah. So Maven, if you wanna reach out to her and just get her,
Absolutely.
going, that'd be wonderful.
That's why I wanted to punch that in there, guys. Sorry. Because Sally does definitely create.
No, when
some good
Sally showed
content.
up, I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually the sort of attitude
crap.
that everybody has when they get on. Wait, my name is Matt. There's 2 Matts in the room.
Oh,
isn't there?
oh, snap. Well, go ahead, finish your thought, and then I'll go.
Oh, yeah, sure. I usually go by Matthew, but it threw me off. But yeah, so what I was just saying
I go
is
by
that,
Matt. So
oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess that makes it easier, Matthew. So
maybe I
what
should take one T off my name.
I don't know if that
We
was funny.
already have 2 Matts on Pilled, okay? We're matted out.
Yeah. 2 Matts don't make
We'll
it
add
right.
an E to
Okay.
the end of yours, Matt. Hey.
So anyway, what I was just saying is that most people's attitude when they find Pilled is that they're just like, wow, it just blows them out of the water that this exists, and they didn't even know about it. And they find that it's super easy to use, it's super easy to stream to, and yeah, it's usually always a positive experience.
Does it have a chat? So if I'm live streaming, people can chat, and does it have
Yeah.
a pop out chat where you can pop out
Yeah, it
the
has
chat?
pop-out chat. We have pop-out chat. We have live chat, stickers. We're gonna have leaderboards, I think, within the week. Leaderboards for donations. You have actual filtering on the chat itself. So if you just want to filter it to people that have donated gold pills, if you donate a gold pill or gold pills, you can type a sort of a power chat, if you will, or whatever. And so then that appears in the chat is like more of like more amplified. Like
You can also mod your chats now, which is great. And my one of my favorite parts are the stickers. Could you maybe explain the stickers to someone that hasn't seen them or interacted with them before?
Yeah, I guess if y'all know what a sticker is, it's just like something you can. It's like we have this library of essentially gifts.
It's
is
one
what
of
it
the
is.
best library I've seen out there, honestly,
Yeah.
on any platform.
So once you click a sticker, you can just click send, and then it just posts that into the chat. So a lot of people just use these instead of typing, or you just have some chats that are completely filled with stickers just because it's fun. Like a lot of the music chats end up just being stickers most of the time. But Sometimes stickers can convey a point more so than just words, I feel.
And
I love stickers.
Remember,
yeah,
Matt
in our
C?
experience,
Matt C
people will
still has a
come in and
question.
oh, go ahead.
She just
Uh,
said that he stole her question.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
I did want to go back to one thing though. You had asked about somebody asked about subscriptions. So just like that other, I don't know what it is. It's like Rumble's other thing.
Locals.
What is it?
Locals.
Locals, yeah. So just like locals, we have a subscription, the ability to be subscribed to, and there's multiple tier levels that you can assign and edit yourself. And so you can gain revenue by that. You can have private subscription only videos or streams as well.
Well, we even added now
Um,
they can post content that's available, just like
Yep.
Patreon or X now, so they can have subscriber
Exactly.
only posts. So that they kind of get that as a, which makes it better than X. Sorry, didn't mean to jump in on you, Rilla, but like X, you're getting posts, but with us, you're not only getting maybe subscriber only posts, but you're also getting their subscriber only streams and their subscriber only uploads.
Exactly.
Oh, this is exciting. All kinds of good stuff. All
Yeah.
right. So do we want to play that little intro and
Not
then we can
yet.
continue the
Youngblood
discussion?
still hasn't been able to talk.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, it's
Youngblood.
no, it's okay. I got a pretty thick skin, like a crocodile. But anyway, a couple things. So, how do you guys how do you guys primarily make your own income? Because you mentioned taking as little as possible. But then the other thing is, can you clarify that in and of itself? Because when at what point, if somebody cashes out, do you guys take your percentage before they cash out or after?
So yeah, the amount of revenue that we get is based on it's like ends up being like 22%, something to that effect, of the gold pill donations. That is factored in, like when somebody cashes out, essentially. There could be, I guess, does that explain that? I guess it's just really pretty simple. It's just we
I
take
think
22%.
I think
off the
he's
top.
checking that we don't double dip, and we don't. Like we don't take a percentage when they get it and when they cash out. And some platforms do that. It's just a
Oh,
one
yeah,
time
it's
deal.
free.
Well, the
So
first
we don't charge like $100 a month to be able to stream on our platform either.
well, the first
Um,
question was primarily directed at you guys as a business, not necessarily at those who are going to take subscriptions. Like it sounds like you guys have multiple income streams.
um, yes, because we have some, uh, we have subscriptions, we have donations, and then we have the ad revenue that we get.
Before you play that video, I have just one more question. With the live chat, does it integrate with StreamYard, or is it just, do you have to do a pop out chat?
You have to do the pop out chat.
Yeah, we have a couple streamers that use StreamYard. I can even connect you with them. And honestly, our tech department support at PilledNet, they're fantastic. So we definitely have people that use StreamYard with no problems. I personally
We've tried to
don't.
get a hold of
I personally don't, so I'm sorry I can't help you personally with that. But
Oh no, I know StreamYard well.
but
and
yeah,
and
a
Rumble
lot of
Live.
people use it.
Yeah, and even with streaming live to X Live, it doesn't integrate. You can see the chat in your feed, but you can't respond from StreamYard, right? So I just want to know, when I go do a live stream, do I have to pop out my chat, or does it integrate? So you're answering all my questions. Thank you.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
Hey,
Right.
Greenbeard in the house. What's up, Greenbeard? Sorry. We love Greg Harvey, Greenbeard. Just saw him in there.
I just gave him a follow. All right.
He's fantastic.
Yay. So Michael and Kelly, do you want to coordinate your 1, 2, 3, go?
I'm clicking. People are probably going to get confused if they see me what I'm doing right now. But I tell you what, I'm going to count down to 5. So if y'all want to watch it in another window, you can click on the link that's in the Jumbotron, and that'll take you right to the broadcast. And like I said, I will mute on my end. I'm going to mute this space so you guys don't get double sound. But they are going to, for if you guys can't get to the broadcast, they will be piping in the sound here into the space from the video. Sound good?
And it's going to be delayed, Kelly, just so you know.
It will be
X
delayed?
is delayed. Yeah, the X Live is a little bit delayed from the space. So just give.
Welcome to Pilled.net, your all-in-one social media hub. Post your shorts, connect with DMs, and dive into memes, streams, and so much more. Pilled.net is the place where free speech thrives. No filters, just real conversations. Join Pilled.net today. Find out why free speech lives here. Today, find out why free speech lives here.
That wasn't too bad.
Did you hear it?
Hello?
Guys, could you hear went to the broadcast? Let me know if you actually heard it in the broadcast.
Hello?
Yeah, we heard it.
Yep, I heard it. I just didn't know where to see it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know.
There's a link in the purple pill on the bottom right to the live X video.
Yeah, I see that.
So we can watch ourselves in real time or delayed time.
Does X have like video? Like
They
video-
do, but it's not, it's got some issues. So,
Really,
yeah,
Monty Musk, what's up with your
right.
X
He's a
form?
little busy right now, you know.
You're a little busy, I guess.
He's got to stop knocking up people. Sorry.
Yes, the initial,
That and flying rockets and I don't know, digging into our government.
yeah, the initial plan
Repopulating
was
the planet.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. The initial plan was to do this with X video when it would have been so much easier so people could just stay in the space and watch it. So instead of waiting, well, we just decided to go ahead and do it this way. So yeah.
It almost have been easier to just to do it directly on Pilled since we have that. You know, very easy on Pilled.
We might have to do it again.
Yeah, that might be next time.
We were
I'm
thinking that we would-
opportunistic. Let's do it again.
right. We were thinking that we would try, you know, just get everybody introduced to it, right?
Yeah, we appreciate you guys for that. We're big fans of having you guys with us, so we're happy to be here.
Yes, we appreciate it. But I just wanted, you know, people to see the product and then, you know, as soon as stupid X gets what it needs to get. But if there's a way that we can have you guys doing a live stream, right? And then we're feeding it in through X Live, then we can look on the screen while you guys are like, here's this over here, and you know, here's where you go to do this, that kind of thing. Where we're just talking and then we can see your cursor. I think that would probably maybe the best way to do it the next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to have some friggin' video that, you know, the listeners can actually hear the video, because that's the problem is when you're on stage, you can hear everything just fine, but the listeners can't hear when you're doing the video. It's pretty frustrating because 1 minute they're doing like it's working, and then we had screen sharing, and I mean the whole 9 yards through some workarounds that Adam found, but then they did some couple of updates and it just went nope, no good.
Yeah, they totally messed up the UI for desktop. I used to be able to use OBS with a virtual cam and basically feed the capture, the screen capture, through OBS through the virtual cam into the cam feed for the desktop version of Spaces, and basically bring video into Spaces. And I used VB audio to pipe in the audio through the microphone input on XSpaces. And they did some updates, and I had an inauguration weekend. I had like a whole weekend of streaming in the Spaces live. It was great. It ran great. And then they did a like update the week after, and it just went all to crap. And now screen share will work only when I have people up on stage. Listeners can't see it, and yeah, it's just a mess. But hey, he's doing great work with Doge. So I think that's
Absolutely.
more important.
Hey,
More important to save the country.
absolutely, absolutely. Hey, I don't know how hard this is to do, and he's probably going to kill me for putting him on the spot like this. But we do have Greg Harvey Greenbeard in listening. Is there any way to allow him to speak, because he's not even scripted? If you want to talk to a pretty big content creator with massive connections that uses Pilled and has been absolutely awesome and promotes the hell of it just because he loves it. And it's not paid to do. So he is in the chat if he wants to talk.
Yeah, I sent him a mic, so maybe he'll
Okay,
hop up here.
Rilla, is he going to kill me for that one?
Maybe.
I kind of put him on the spot, but Greg's been great with us. I mean, like he's brought over Liz Crokin, like I said, and he's always been a big supporter of Pilled, and he gets out there with General Flynn and stuff and promotes the site. And honestly, the guy does it because he just loves the site. He loves what we do. So just thought it, he could maybe get we'll see. He's gonna text me in a minute and be like, "Don't do that to me."
Yeah, we've got a few of those. Yeah, no, that's great. I'm sure that everybody would love to hear how a heavy user experiences the platform. All right, so I do have a couple of questions. I have yet to find the place where I'm in a group chat on there,
Group chat.
or like a DM group or something like.
Yeah. So
Like
there's
the
a couple
one we're in
different.
now. Yeah.
Well, there's groups, and then there's the it's. I guess I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking about
Where do
how
I
do you
find it?
use
Like, because
a
I'm
live
supposedly I'm in a conversation with maybe you and Maven and Kelly and Michael, but
Oh, yeah. So that's the direct message system. So up in the right-hand corner of the screen, there's two little chat bubbles. So you just click the two little chat bubbles, very similar to Facebook, and then it drops down, the Messenger window. You can also access it by clicking Messenger over on the left-hand side of the screen, where there's two little chat bubbles and it says Messenger. That'll bring you to more of a direct page where you can see general and group. And what we'd be talking about now is just in the general tab, and you just click the widget that says, like, was it America Mission Pilled Connect? Is that what it was?
That's it.
Yeah. So you just click that little widget, and then it shows you the the body of the chat, and then over on the left hand side of the page there's the thread info that is similar to Telegram, where you can see all the photos, videos, files, audio that was sent, and then the links that were sent, and also any gifts that were sent. So
If
and then
you're
you can
in,
also see who's online. You can set yourself to a private status if you'd like, where you're not showing that you're online, but you are online.
I just got it. I think it just showed up. So now I'm not crazy, because I was like, I did not see this.
Yeah, it's there when you just have to click around a little bit. But one thing that we're going to be adding to this this direct message system is video conferencing, which would be similar to Zoom essentially. Once we add,
wow.
yeah, once
That
we
will
add
be
that,
amazing.
it'd be basically like, I mean, you could treat it like X Spaces if you wanted to, because you would just be able to send a link to anybody and then they could join your DM window.
Well,
Um,
I'm thinking of like the Club Maha podcast that's on Wednesday nights. They might be interested in this, or even starting up a new space or a podcast that's going to be kind of crypto conspiracies and interviews.
But like right now, you can just join Pilled and start streaming. It doesn't really, the video conferencing is really just like a meeting place. It's
Tools are not well
like
adapted
X
to both.
Spaces is kind of like a meeting place. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It kind of seems like it's more set up for meetings rather than like streaming a show or a podcast, right?
Yes, it's set up for conversations and
100% on rice.
Yeah.
Won't buy
Yeah,
our
ours would be able to do, you could have, 1,000 people in your video conference if you wanted that, but I think it would make more sense just to have a podcast at that point. But
So anyone that if I were to do that, anyone I send a link to could join, and it would just be that group of people.
yeah, that's how it would work.
So I could do like a private movie night with everyone who maybe subscribes to me on X. I could say, here's a link. We're going to do movie night over on Pilled.net. Come join. So I could do something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Sally, I think that once that X gets to where it needs to be, you
I
can
be
integrate-
retaliating when I slapped him first?
see-
No. And
I think that the real sweet spot is going to be when podcasts and spaces can integrate, where you can be having a podcast, but you could also have that room with the speakers on the stage, and you can have a conversation between the two.
Yeah, that would be that's what video spaces would be really awesome that way, as far as screen sharing. If you can share your screen, whether it be video or whether it be documents, or hey, let's look at this page, being able to share that, I think is going to be like really, really important, moving conversations forward. And I used to stream movies on Twitch until they took that feature away, and a lot of my followers over from Twitch missed that, right? Because we would just do like a binge night of watching shows, whether it be anyway. A lot of those people get excited to come over.
People do that right now on Pilled. Like you just stream, and then people can join the chat, and if you want other people to be able to join your stream, you can just send them a link through your streaming console, whether that's like StreamYard or whatever, right?
I'm looking at what's live right now on Pilled, and I see things like InfoWars Live, quite frankly, TV, all kinds of things that you'll probably recognize. If you like American Mission, you probably love the content on Pilled, I'm telling you. And Kim, just real quick, Club Maha, we are streaming the Club Maha over to Pilled already.
Nice.
Yeah, and just to let you know too, if anybody, it does happen to have the X Live broadcast popped up too on another screen. I'm kind of scrolling through the different things as we talk about it. So yeah, you can see, just like Michael was saying, I mean, there's a bunch of content out there, and the way they have it set up, it's really easy to find like different categories and stuff like that. So that's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, categories is something we added about 6-8 months ago, something like that. But that's really helped a lot of people find the shows that they want. You can also see that we have like a little section for shorts in there as well. And yeah, you can scroll through it. You can see those on the mobile site as well. If you want more, you can just see more, like anything. You can even narrow down what you're seeing on your screen just by going over to sort by, whether it's hot, live, new, or top. Yeah, so the application, the digital ecosystem, if you will, is super feature rich, and the ability to find exactly what you want, it's just so easy. Even the search, like we use this AI algorithm to basically find, like if you type something in the chat like ancient aliens, it'll actually go through each video's transcribed words, like stored in our database, and it'll find every time ancient aliens is mentioned in a video, or in a live stream or content, if you will, and it'll serve up that content of Ancient Aliens. So it's very sophisticated. Our sticker system actually works like that too. So if you're looking for a specific sticker that maybe says something about something, you can just type that in and it'll find the exact sticker that you maybe are searching for.
I want to get to Matt's hand, but I did want to ask. So your free speech platform, and we know that there's a bunch of DICKs out there that, just like to mess things up for everybody. What is your policy on, not so good content?
Yeah, well, so you're streaming, right, or whatever, and you assign moderators, or you can just mod your stream yourself. So we do have mod tools available over on the left side that the owner of the stream can use, or admins on the site can use. If they're
But what
back
about
in-
like porn, things like that are,
Yeah, that's taken down. So porn specifically is taken down because we don't want that on the site. Right.
Nice.
So
Nice. Perfect.
some
That's what I-
stickers, I can't say like some stickers, they
Yeah.
don't necessarily breach the sort of policy because they're wearing bikinis and such. But I mean, that's as far
But
as
I think she was speaking in regards to like people streaming, like this
Yeah,
is
like
not,
just streaming
it's not
anywhere
only
from
fans,
anywhere.
in other words.
yeah, it's not like a free for all like Pornhub or anything.
You never know
Yeah.
when you allow people to create and do whatever they want. Sometimes you get
Oh,
those-
like you mean like the wardrobe malfunctions with certain Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Is there a policy like in regards to nip slips
Well, I mean, I
and
just want to
things?
make sure that they've got protections in place so that kind of stuff doesn't necessarily get on there. Or if they have issues with that.
Yeah, we don't really have any issues with that, to be honest. And I think we've been lucky thus far that we haven't. But every now and then we get something.
Even on X, it's ridiculous.
Oh, is it?
Well, so that for example, when we're holding a space, you see that nest above our heads. That's where we can put posts and stuff for everybody to click
Mhm.
on. Well,
Yeah.
people will come in, get up on the speaker on the stage, and they will spam the nest with horrible porn. So yeah, it's a problem.
Jeez. Yeah, so that's the nice thing about having, if you just wanted to do a stream where it's not open to everybody to join or to show things, it's like sometimes that's more appropriate if you're concerned about the content being messed with as you're doing your presentation. But yeah, even with like once we do have the video conferencing tool, if you like that approach more, I mean, you would be able to boot people out of your
Yes, vote them off the island.
Another thing is that we don't like to boot people on Pilled, right? If they break the rules, okay, yeah, but or if you're a bot, yeah, you get booted. But we leave it up to the content creator, the streamer, to block who they want to block. So it's like, we might have a streamer that might be like, oh, this guy's causing problems in our chat. It's like, well, just block them if you don't want them in the chat. It's just like, it's like an example. It's not anybody, not pointing fingers or anything. I don't even think that's ever happened because we've always had mods and we've always had the ability to mod streams. So makes it fairly easy to manage without violating the whole freedom of speech ideology, right?
Totally get it. All right, we're going to go to Matt and then I'll go to Kelly. Sorry, Mate.
Did we lose him? I don't see him now.
Yep, looks like he's.
Oh, there he's back. Okay.
Matt. Yeah, but his microphone's
Oh,
off.
I got completely booted. Like I was trying to figure out how to get reconnected just a minute ago.
Mr. Youngblood?
I think he's having issues. Why don't you
Hey
go ahead?
guys,
Hey, Jen.
how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Sorry, I'm late.
I was just going to mention it. I've been kind of scrolling around while I'm streaming this, right? But I just came across there is a category called Hangout. So never checked the Hangout group. So I'm Hangout, and there's somebody just streaming live NHL games. I mean, there's just something for that'll suit anybody. I just thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, they're just showing the hockey games.
And I want to just back up. I believe Maven made a mention of it earlier, but there's the Pilled support team is awesome. You can DM and they will get right back to you and are super helpful. And they'll also occasionally retweet our tweets promoting our streams over to Pilled, which is very cool. You don't see other platforms doing that, to support us. I think that's really great of them. They're very personable and easy to work with.
So, guys, I have a question. So we've seen a whole bunch of social media companies get approached by, I guess, certain elements of the government or private entities to censor people. Has that happened to you? And how do you guys handle it? And how important is free speech on Pilled?
No, we've actually never been approached by any place about anything. I don't think that we're on anybody's radar, to be perfectly honest. If we were approached, it's the situation is that it's a free speech site. I'm not going to compromise that for anything. So, it's like, an example is like, yeah, we could have had more ad revenue coming in for a long time, but because the ad revenue companies wanted us to moderate our content, we just kind of were like, we're not interested. See you later. So it's not really about, I guess, the money at the end of the day. It's about
No, but it's not about the money, and we talk about this all the time as conservatives. It's not about the money, but you would like to have enough money to, make a good product. Be able to, put your energy and your time into it. So there's, this idea that by making money, there's some sort of like negative connotation to it, just for freedom loving conservatives. But so we've got to kind of move past that stigma of, oh, if you're making money, then you can't be pure free speech, blah, blah, whatever. So you're a grifter. I mean, I can't
if
tell
you
you how many
build it,
times.
they will come, and then the money will come as well.
Exactly.
Well, it's putting your values ahead of, like, yeah, you could probably make a lot more money, but there's nothing wrong with making money. You're choosing to do it the right way. And if you make less than what you could have by taking ad revenue, you're okay with it. That's the message I just got.
Well, and the reason I asked that, right, is because like we see so many times these platforms who are like, oh, we're free speech, but meanwhile, then you see them taking like ad revenue and stuff, and you're like, well, are you really free speech? Because I know darn well, like those people aren't advertising without asking you to moderate something. So are you really free speech? So I think just like point blank asking, right? And I absolutely loved your answer, right? Because you could make more money, right? But what expense does that come at? Because I think a lot of people are using PilledNet because of the fact that they're able to have free speech on the platform.
Yeah, like I honestly, I'll tell you straight up, I don't make any money from Pilled, like any money whatsoever. So I just do this out of the kindness of my own heart, I guess.
If anything, it costs you guys money. At times.
Sounds very similar to our situation.
These guys have never wavered. Just so you know, I know Matt Brown, Gorilla, just talked about our ad system. I can't tell you how many companies they turned away, and we ended up building our own infrastructure for advertising because we said, screw you guys, we'll do it ourselves, because they would not waver on it.
And I think that right there is what's making this so attractive, is because like you are putting your company before, the grant, like the almighty dollar. And for us, for people like myself who have been censored into oblivion off of platforms and like completely dehumanized. It's great to see a company standing up and actually standing on their values instead of, standing on the
People
dollar.
like you are why we exist. Honestly, like we exist because of people that just were shut down and pushed out of places. And honestly, the Mats got together and they made this happen. I see Greenbeard's back. He's one of them. He'll tell you about it. I mean, we have so many people that were shut down, woke societies. I mean, made a living off of his YouTube, and they just shut him down. I mean, let's be honest. The content creator world has become an actual career for some people, and God bless them that were able to make a career out of it. I wish I could have. Um, but like when you start censoring these people, you're not just shutting their voices; you're shutting down their income, their lifestyles, their families. We live in a world now of influencers and creators.
Which is
Well,
why
and
people
I
will moderate or what they will filter or choose what they want to talk about because they don't want to lose that money. But
Absolutely.
the other thing I wanted to ask though is when I had my hand up, stupid glitch, Elon. Anyway, anyway, are you guys thinking of developing your own in-house streaming thing like a StreamYard? I really do have to bounce
know,
here, so I
Yeah, I'm
want to make
actually
that
glad
quick.
that you asked about that. That was something that we had proposed about 2 years ago. And because we're just like we only have two developers, the two Matthews on the team. Like we're both developers. We don't have a lot of time to develop. You know, we it's just hard to get to everything, right? And still maintain this platform. Is it something we want to do? Yes, definitely. But we have a list of things that we do or need to do, and we have a list of bugs that we need to fix, and it'll get done eventually. But yeah, that's the answer right there.
They also have families. Okay, so it's like
Right, I take that
these
as
are
a
real
given.
people.
I take that as a given. You're all not automatons. You're not robots. You're not AI generated people like the dwarves in the Snow White flick or something. So, anyway, Kim, thanks for the space. I really do have to bounce.
It
Thanks
was great
having
for you
me.
to come by, Matt. Appreciate you. And yeah, we're going to be doing this again, and where we will be able to showcase more of the functionality of it. So hope to see you then.
All right, guys. God bless.
God bless. I have to say, as an employee of our small group, these guys give their heart to this platform, and it's just such a great place. And I'm a mother. I got kids in sports, and I work with them, and they're always so like understanding of like my schedule. And sometimes I can be there for certain things, and I can't, and it's just different. It's not. It's the furthest thing from corporate, and I think that bleeds into what Pilled is as well. Pilled is just the furthest thing from being anything corporate, and it's just like almost built by people, like for people, and we're just there for everybody. And if you ever come over, and if you've ever been on the site, you can see how dedicated the people that have been there since the beginning, which right, like Rilla, we have OGs that have been there when we had nobody, like we had no features. And these people, they're always, they show up every day, and they love the place. I mean, we got marriages that have happened through that place. And I know that sounds corny, but at the end of the day, I mean, don't you kind of want something like that? Don't you want something like that means something?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It really is. We're a different animal. We really are.
Yeah. A lot of us at American Mission, we're all volunteers. And so we are, you are speaking our language.
Hey, I see Greenbeard showed back up. Greg, I don't know.
Yep, I see Greenbeard.
Awesome.
And I also see Karen.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Greg.
How are you? Yeah, I've been on Pilled since there was like 20 of us on there. I mean, you didn't even have to scroll the page to see all the streamers, So yeah, I've been around for a long time. But I got deplatformed on everywhere. I had a massive following over on Periscope, and I was building over there and starting YouTube, and then I realized everything that was going on in the world started speaking out, and just like, I mean, I'm speaking to the choir here. You guys all know, got canceled everywhere, and Pilled was a place where it was like welcoming for the content first of all, and the mats were great. From the get go coming in, I knew Maven, from the meme world and through broadcast stuff. I've actually even interviewed her, but yeah, it's just such a community over there. It's been tight. It's growing so much now. I mean, it's crazy to look through the side panel and see all the different kinds of content they have out there now too. But it's always been great. Never had to worry about being censored. It is my preferred platform of choice now, and I think for people that want to stream over here too, it's a very welcoming community, but also for the streamer. I mean, you can monetize over there from the very first stream, from the first time you go live, through the gold pills, etc. And the stickers are amazing. Everybody likes that. It's just it's built around engagement and free speech. Yeah, I'm diehard pilled.
And
I
we
think
love
that's
you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that is awesome, and I think that you've got a very. I think that a lot of clientele could be coming from this particular area.
Well, we'd love to have them. And what people have to remember is like your content's never gone. It's always going to be with us. So we are such a safe place to, bring your catalog with you. Right? Not like bring it over. We'll help you get your whole catalog over. So if you're like, oh, well, I already have, 1,000 views, we'll help you get it over. It's never going to go anywhere on Pilled.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you
Did
have, like-
somebody call my expertise?
Yeah, we're always willing to help people out. That's for sure.
You can anytime email support@pill.net, or if you're on Pill, just DM Pill to admin. I mean, our team, we are small, but man, we are on top of it. And I will even say this: you can grab any streamer, ask them, we're there for them.
Dude, they fix a stream in the middle of it if there's a problem. It's amazing.
We'll jump on a phone call with you on our private phones, and right, we'll walk you through it.
I love that. It's like homemade customer service. I love it. Hey guys, I want to reset the space. Guys, please repost the space, bottom right-hand corner. Click on the pill, and then click on the arrows going around in a square. Make sure this place is recorded so that you can go back and listen to it, or your friends can go back and listen to it. But we wanted to bring Pill.net on because we've been working with them for over a year, streaming to their platform, and they've got lots of bells and whistles and all kinds of fun stuff. And I was kind of flubbing my way through it, and I was like, we need to get this together. We were going to do a screen share, but this platform doesn't allow for that yet.
And so Karen,
but you can do that over on pill.net though.
Yes.
So Karen, what you got?
Hi, Maven. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to let everybody know that if they're interested in pill.net, I've been there since before. It was before we had chat even. I was there when they launched chat and they were testing everything. I even have like a lot of the streamers' personal phone numbers. I've become these are my friends. This is home. This is where I go. And I'm on a bunch of other platforms too. I'm a moderator. I don't stream, but I'm just a hairdresser, but I'm very active in the community. I mean, I have the Matt's phone number. I don't have Gorilla's phone number, but I have the other Matt's phone number. And I don't bug them or anything, but if I need something, I can call and they answer right away. And they're just amazing. I came over with Woke and made it home, and I'm friends with and we always wanting new people to come. And people make pretty good money. If they got a good following, bring everybody with you and they'll start streaming. A lot of people start doing that. The stickers are my favorite. And we're just like to have a lot of fun and everybody's laughing. We don't get trolls, but when we get excited because they're fun. We don't get the bad kind.
We're like, oh my God, we got a troll.
Look, a troll, how fun. Let's play.
Like,
but it's so rare. It's so rare because everybody's just open and welcome and inviting. And and
We love you.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely think that there is a lot of crossover, and I think that there are a lot of people on here that could benefit from your platform. Hey, Jesse.
Yeah, I only have one question. Is there a short feed algorithm?
Shorts feed algorithm.
Like a vertical
no.
short feed?
Well, there's a shorts feed, but we don't really have a super sophisticated algorithm at this point. Working on it.
Well, we just introduced Shorts a month ago,
Yeah,
maybe a month and a half.
We wanted to get the feature out there and then release, iterative improvements.
Michael, I'm going to kick you down so I can bring up trash.
Hold on 1 second. Right before you do that, because that's awesome. There's one other feature we haven't talked about that I really like, and that is the raid. So that while we're streaming and we know we're going to end our stream, I can pick someone else's stream and dump all of our listeners over to their stream when we're done. And people have done that to us, and it's been awesome. And it gets people exposed to other people. It's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks really for having me up.
Thanks for co-hosting with me, Michael.
Absolutely.
You're a great trash stand-in.
I tried my best.
Yeah, the raid feature is been huge for us. It was one of the most, I'm sure Rilla can take the helm on this. It was one of the most requested things we had from our content creators.
I love that feature.
Yeah,
you're probably more informed than I am.
well, I know woke societies really wanted it.
Yeah, no, it's a really great feature because it like it was said, it allows people to share other streamers that they find interesting, and it kind of just shares the love everywhere.
I see. Do you see Alan?
I do. I see Alan. I did want to say hi to Trash first before we get to Alan.
I see him now. Okay. Hey, Trash! Trash is in the house.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, just got out of a meeting. I'm headed home for the day. So if you guys just pushed this an hour, I would have been here the whole time. But my God, Maeve.
I love
holy
you.
Crap. How far back do I go on Pill? Like
since I've been there.
Yeah, so
years.
It's funny about it, talking about the features and stuff. If you go to my Pilled page at Trash Discourse, of course, you're gonna see a little green pill with the Pepe in it.
Little Pepe.
And that is my proof that I am an actual OG memer before I started taking X seriously.
That is truth.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
You had to earn it.
I did. And the other thing about it too is that like I have a full studio built at home, and my intention was to, start streaming, and life has been coming at me quite a bit the last year or so, but things have chilled out. So I'm going to be basically streaming on Pilled, feeding it into Rumble as well, because I believe that we need to support all these platforms that are not banning people. And then I'll just upload some clips to X, because honestly, they're not treating me very well algorithmically here anymore. I'm pretty crushed. So, but I'll have the spaces open. It'll be cross-platform stuff, so a lot more interactive. But Pilled, I mean, it's a blast. I remember my favorite part of Pilled was not politics, because that's what I do on X, right? You guys know this. I do deep dives on stuff, investigative journalism, wholesale behind-the-scene politics stuff. And that's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy it. I like playing. I like playing around with that stuff. But one of my favorite things was just like sitting around BSing, and people are playing music videos and stuff, and just, I don't know, having a good time. It was kind of like a way to blow off steam. And so I would do that a lot. I would show up on people's streams. I've just been so busy lately, but highly recommend checking it out. I really do.
I've got you pulled up, Trash, for the people that are watching what we're streaming on right now. I've got you on the right side. I found your page.
I love your banner.
He's our favorite trash panda.
That's right.
He's
That's right.
everybody's favorite trash panda. All right,
A
go
bear.
ahead, Alan.
Maven, good to see you again.
Hey,
How have you been?
good. How you been?
I have been doing good. Just saw the space going up and thinking about getting back into the content making thing again.
Oh, you definitely should.
But I know nothing about Pilled. I've heard about it once or twice. I don't know nothing about it though.
Oh, well, you should pop on over. I know you have my DMs. I'm more than happy to tell you about it. You can kind of, create whatever you want. It could be anything from, we've grown so much that we were primarily mostly news, right? We have comic book streams, and somebody mentioned before, sports, movies, music. So, gamers too. The gamer community has grown tremendously on Pilled. Love it. We have some great gamers over there. And if I remember correctly, you like gaming. There's a lot. There's a lot. So, we could set you up, and like we've said a bunch of times, like we don't really make you jump through hoops to get set up and monetized and to stream. We have people that sign up and literally within 30 minutes of joining the site, they're up and running. It's just a place to not have to worry about being taken down or canceled.
Well, another thing too, Maeve, this is something, because I do consume a lot of other people's content as well. I just want to see what people's opinions are. Well, sometimes I'm consuming people's content that I don't agree with, but I just want to hear what the arguments that are being made or whatever, what have you. One of the things that I think is kind of annoying, and it's no fault to the streamer themselves on these larger platforms, but they're not really going to interact with the chat unless you're sending like a super chat or a Rumble rant or whatever. You do have that ability as well on Pill, but it's a far more interactive platform where the chat really does come alive, and the chat acts like its own organism.
Absolutely.
As well.
It's wild. It's this, like, your step family. It's like your wild, crazy step family.
That are never going.
And the chat does. It is like this unit, and the chat will travel from stream to stream. And like we mentioned, the raids do help with that. And it's wild. Like, you have people in those chats that have been there even longer than I've been working at the place, that are just so vested in each other. And it's wild. It's great to see.
I feel like
I see it bleed out into other platforms.
Yeah, they follow each other to other platforms.
I feel like
crazy.
this is perfect for like the crypto world. Like, I feel like, do you guys have a bunch of degens over there at all?
We did. Matt, we did have some. I haven't seen too many lately, but we do have a few. And I do know, even like Belushi,
Okay, guys, so
Belushi's one of our really charismatic content creators. I know, like, sometimes he'll just do a crypto stream. He does like a bunch of. We have a lot of people that are very multi genre streamers. they'll kind of delve into a bunch of different stuff.
That's awesome. Hey, Dr. Angela, how you doing tonight?
Hey, fantastic. Trash, I just have to say, I thought of you this weekend when I was out roaming around with my husband and my niece.
It is not worth
Tactical
what they
Trash
say it's
Panda.
worth.
I shared a photo in the Pill.
Hold, please.
I can't wait to see this. Everybody's
The amount of
That's a
times.
fantastic t-shirt. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say the amount of times I'm out in the world and there's something with a raccoon on it with a funny saying, and I literally take a picture of it and I go back through my camera roll, and how many times I've taken pictures of raccoon shit I see is ridiculous. Trash.
I do have to say, I think my husband was a little offended when I'm looking at a shirt thinking of another man, but it was
Content is
fun. I mean,
content.
I was honest.
I mean, you can just explain to them, like, listen, I have love for animals, but I don't love animals that way, honey.
it does make you. I mean, everything that I see that has raccoon, or if I see one on the side of the road, I'm like, oh, no trash.
Trash in the wild.
So that remains the question, Maeve and
Was
everybody.
she talking about a live or dead trash panda on the side of the road? What?
You know,
What?
yeah, you know.
It depends if trash has been good that day. You know.
Honestly,
I heard my name. What did I do?
I accept it all.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, it makes
You
me
ever
wonder, like,
feel
when I start
tired,
when I start doing
depressed?
content, do I use AI and just do a raccoon face? Because like, listen, when I took X more seriously and I started doing all the political and investigative journalism stuff, I was like, I should probably use my face and name, because I was really originally just a shit poster, right?
You're too
That's kind of where
pretty not
trash
to use
discourse
your
came
face.
from. Well, I know,
I
but
know
people were
he
like,
says.
no, go back to the raccoon.
No, but
I
listen,
over-branded.
I was one of those people, okay? Like, honestly, guys, in my mind, Trash is the talking raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, that is how, even if I'm on the phone with Trash, I imagine the Guardians of the Galaxy raccoon talking to me, okay? So, like, we can leave it the Trash Panda.
It could work. It could work.
If you're doing
We
a
have
stream-
Oinker's face. He's a talking pig. He's got great content.
Rocket.
So there you go.
All right, so like one of the biggest handicaps that I did in my content creation career, if you want to call it that, is I always wore like a helmet camera, and then I would clip the clips, and they would get like a few million views on them when something cool happened. And the problem that I have now is I have 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, but nobody knows my face, so they don't realize, hey, I'm the dude that's been making all these videos. So put your face out there. It'll only help you, I promise.
Yeah, no. I understand that. I'm going to, obviously, that's why I have the studio. But to be fair, what Jen's talking about is real. And the other thing that's interesting about it is that I over-branded with the raccoon, so much so that, just as anybody mentioned here, that anytime they saw a video of a raccoon or they wanted to respond with like a raccoon meme to something I put out, the thing is that all of the metadata and the data sharing of search engine material would make its way into the social media algorithms of like Instagram, Facebook, X, and all the other platforms, and they would constantly be fed raccoon stuff. So it was like constant reinforcement of raccoon, Aaron, raccoon, trash discourse,
I mean,
Aaron,
that means
raccoon.
you're winning, brother.
And I know, well, but again, it's just a fine line.
Want to get you to do a space inside of our community, Trash, because I think that might help you with your suppression. So I think we made you a mod in the American Mission community. So you should try opening up a community space and see what happens. We get very different audience when we do that.
No, it's actually really
Sure.
weird, Trash. Like when we open a community space, I look at the audience and I don't know anybody in the audience. So I don't know if it like I don't know if it opens up and pushes to like a new place or something, but I've noticed it. Not that I like space or community area, Kim. Don't get your hopes up over there, okay? But what I will
I
say,
was totally getting my hopes up.
yeah, I knew you were. Okay, it still sucks. Okay, but you do get a different audience, and it does seem to affect your account.
Well, and I think the most important takeaway here is that I think what we should be looking at is how to peel off audiences onto a new platform. Because like I'm never going to stop using X. This is my news aggregator. I've got my timeline, who I follow. It's fine-tuned. So I see what I need to see, right? But then I would bring that content elsewhere. But I think it's important to also build user bases onto other platforms as well and decentralize it a little bit. Because again, this is long-term thinking. And so, that's why it is important to like cross stream. So if you have a space, have the video element, like, hey, look, you can look at my receipts up in the chat or up in the nest down in the pill. But if you go over to Pill, you can actually see them for yourself and read along with me or watch along with me. Because I do, when I run spaces, I do produce them. Like I bring the content, I bring the articles, I bring the documents, I bring the video clips. I have it all ready to go in my bookmarks. So like when I do actually do a space that's on a topic, it's a more robust way where you're not just listening to the audio clip, you can clip I'm playing or look at the documents or whatever. So it's really important to decentralize it because the functionality here and honestly the suppression here is actually getting pretty maddening.
Oh, well, can we talk about my account? No, I'm kidding.
Well, exactly.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
well, to be honest, I mean, look at my account over here. But I will agree with you. I mean, I work for Pilled. I'm a content creator on Pilled. I still sign into my X every day and check my messages, check my news. But I also I do that across a couple different platforms, and I think that's what Pilled is. It's like just add it to your repertoire. And honestly, if you want to be a content creator, I mean, that's a no. That's just like it's a no brainer. You're gonna do
Well,
well.
I think as the functionality improves with X, that there is a real opportunity for Pilled to be able to you make it seamless, right?
Absolutely
Like,
integrate.
get those people over. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
integrate. Like, I mean, our goal is not down like to go take down X. We love what Elon's doing. We're free speech and Doge and everything like that. Like, we're just saying, like, hey guys, also check us out. Like, we're doing our thing over here, and we got a pretty awesome thing going on. So, people go from Instagram to TikTok to this. It's the same idea. It's like, hey, just come check us out. We got a lot to
Yeah.
offer people.
They may not be going to TikTok for more than
Yeah,
3 days.
yeah, I know, right? I'm not gonna lie, I love my talk, but I will say, Pilled giving me the shorts has kind of like suppressed my TikTok addiction.
Nah, I
I
am
think
pissed.
within a
I
year,
am
once we have all the
big
features that we
mad.
want.
What was that, Rilla?
Oh, I was just gonna say within the year, we'll have so many different features that people will have a hard time leaving Build. We're gonna have the video conferencing, we'll have the marketplace. We'll probably have there's probably quite a few other features as well. But it's just gonna be a place to be, I feel like.
We got a lot of hopper.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, Jen will be excited, if she does have to have a TikTok replacement.
and we already got the shorts. Matt in here worked. I know he worked primarily a lot on that. The shorts look great. I mean, they're seamless. It's if you're used to say TikTok or Instagram, they're seamless, and sharing them is seamless. And then if we can integrate, monetization with that, which technically, I mean, you could be monetized now through that, and then integrate a marketplace because we always talk about, being able to sell your goods and do everything in a place that you're not going to be told, well, you can't sell that because it doesn't go against, it's against our guidelines or whatever. Like we really are. I hate using the word hub, but until I find a better, actually, Matt, you kind of had a better word before. I don't remember what it was, but it is.
Digital ecosystem.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
But I mean, it is. Like that's always been our goal is to like give everybody everything they need in one place. I mean, feel free to browse around, do what you got to do, but always know you can come back to us, and everything you did is always going to be there. It's going to be safe, and we're going to give you what you need.
And then if we don't have what you need, you can ask us for it because we're always
Yes. Hey, how many features? Oh God, I wish 451 Actual was around. No Prisoners Podcast. We have so many features that exist right now because our users have asked for them, and we're like, that's actually a great freaking idea. Let's do that.
I can confirm I was actually part of some of those initial meetings as well for adding features and such. Yep.
Yeah, like we
can confirm.
Yeah, you've been part of them. We've had developmental meetings, and we've invited memers and influencers and streamers and content creators to come join us on a meeting and talk to us about what they want.
That's fantastic. I did see Southern's hand. What's up, Southern? How you doing tonight?
Doing great, feeling better, breathing. So I'm a happy girl. But I'm trying to learn more about Pilled.net. But before I do that, because I have a couple questions, I just wanted to say something about community. I'm in the medical space, and I had a couple people reach out to me to join their community in medical. And what I found out is it's unlimited people can be in there right now. So I did that, and I added about 400 new follows. And I've got a bunch I just saw come through. People are joining community to find people with like as interests. So it's going to be outside your algorithm. because people are looking for how to plug in. This is not the most searchable platform. I'm spoiled at LinkedIn. I can nail it down with like 20 something, how I want to tighten up my search. X is not that way. You build through followers and then get into other things and spaces, et cetera, et cetera. But what's great about community is it's the least path of resistance. Joining, and you're going by default continue to pick up new people that are not following you. So to me, it's a huge opportunity, particularly as we're trying to build value to get canvassers out, texting, calling, for candidates and things. I think community is going to be a huge hit to do that in, because we can have moderators per each region, district, or however we break them up. So I just see a lot of ways to manage that, to bring in new people and organize through projects.
Are you, when you say communities, are you talking about a different place, or are you talking about Pilled groups?
I'm talking about X.
X.
And now, okay, yeah, with X. But then I said I wanted to mention something first, and then I was going to have questions. At Pill.net, what is your membership like right now? How many people?
Membership, like how many users?
Like how many
users? I'm sorry, users.
Last time I checked, I think we were over 500,000. I'd have to go back and check. I haven't honestly.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I was gonna say we have Pilled groups over on Pilled.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have groups like Precinct Strategy that kind of do similar.
Excellent. The thing that I find weak on X is people. One of the things that we're building out, launch in May, we're going to bring in 1099 opportunities in the medical space, things that can go either call it B2B or B2C, just to keep it simple. X is not really set up to manage something like that. I'm going to use community to see how that works, where people are looking to add to their income, where we can bring in training and you're solving unmet patient need, and bring other independents in. We have done this with our direct reps, and our top rep is making $40,000 a month right now on 2 of our products. So
I think you'll find if you actually go on Pilled groups, you'll actually find it's more feature rich than communities. Like you can store files, you can store PDFs, like videos, all these various things that.
For training. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So and you talked about video conferencing?
Yeah, we'll have that in probably, give me like a month.
Okay, that's awesome.
Up to 1,000 people.
That is awesome, because we bring in the 1099 reps. They're either working at medical distributors, or they're independent, or they have a direct medical or pharma position, and they're adding it in their bag to create extra value for the patients they help support through the doctors or clinics. So that would be good for training, live training. That would be awesome. Because we use Zoom now, and I hate it. Hate it.
So yeah, our groups would actually have the video conferencing tool available to be used in groups. So and I threw out the word or the number 1,000, but it uses this technology called WebRTC, which I'm pretty sure that Spaces uses that, and I think you could actually have more than just 1,000. You could probably have several thousand.
We kind of manage by a set number, because we want to make sure we're getting X results, because sales reps have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So just to manage time and resource and a place for them to pull information on their phones and stuff like that. Okay. So that I'm very interested to learn more. So I'll get on your site tomorrow. So thank you. I'm excited to learn more about it.
Well, look for American Mission when you're out there, and Trash Discourse.
I will. Trash, I can't get over how good you sound now. You sound good.
I appreciate it.
You sound good. You sound so healthy now. But please continue to take good care of yourself. Please.
Indeed. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I'm excited to see what y'all are doing, and I like the idea of shorts. Those are some things we can do as well. But the thing I am learning on X is it's a huge opportunity, but we do need to cross-pollinate with other social media platforms. But American Mission is now bringing in that, cluster. So this is great to kind of build and move forward. And it's pill.net. Will you do anything like, I have a problem with language in this world because it's not my expertise.
Sure.
Shoot.
Yeah, so I think you're going to ask the question, are we going to be able to do anything with translation, right?
Yes.
So what I actually think I'm going to do with the video conferencing tool is create a system that allows people to speak in, say, Spanish, and then it uses like an AI library to, in real time, translate it over to the I guess language that you want it in, like from Spanish to English, and it'll actually use an AI voice to essentially talk for that person that is speaking a different language. That'll probably add like, I mean, we'll release the video conferencing, right? That'll probably take a month to add this sort of the multi-language AI generation thing. That'll probably take another two weeks to a month, but I think it'll definitely be a game changer for video conferencing tools.
Awesome. Yeah, because one of the things we want to do to pay it forward is to educate people for health, where we can do it at no cost for them, pay it forward, and language is going to be the challenge. So this is exciting. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm like, ooh, I can finally like talk to some people that I, haven't really been able to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely, I don't think it's like a huge game changer, but I think having the ability to converse with somebody from a different country.
That's a huge game changer. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's also a huge game changer here in our country as well.
Yeah.
As well.
Well,
I
work with a lot of people in South America and Central America, and I mean, I've just always not been able to. I mean, they all speak English, but it would be nice to be able to. There's some that don't, and be able to communicate with them when I'm presenting or things like that. It would just be amazing. So
yeah,
may I ask which countries in South America? Which countries?
All of them.
Oh my goodness! So you speak Spanish, or
no? That's the whole point. I don't speak Spanish.
How could you have visited every single country in South America and not speak Spanish?
Because I live and work here.
Okay, my bad. And you know what's kind of funny? I have to admit something myself. I've worked in almost every country in the Middle East, and I speak broken Arabic. So, but to be fair, Arabic has like 100 dialects. So it's very difficult to understand what the fuck I'm so sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to I don't know if there's kids in there or whatever. There's just it's very difficult for me because I'm just I'm trying to learn it and no problem. No problem. But then everyone's like, this one, but it's hand movements. I've learned when I need communication with me directly, it's usually between me and a contractor of some sort from India or Bangladesh or Egypt, and I have to use hand motions and they understand, which I'm not saying this to be I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is these people in the Middle East, they don't work. They just get paid to drink tea and collect checks from their oil. That's it. So anyway, which by the way is a separate discussion.
Yes,
Yeah,
very separate.
They work in the banks or whatever. Yeah. But I didn't mean that. Why did I bring it? That's not what I meant. My point is, I heard what you were saying about that when you were in the South America, and I'm so jealous of you because I want to go there. But then when you said you didn't speak any South America, so you can go there and you don't need to speak any, you can just go there freely and I can speak broken Spanish. So so what you mean is you don't speak it, but you can still say
I mean, I can get out of it.
Me llamo Mateo, como te llamas, or something like that. Or hey, norte, that's all. You can figure something out.
Yes, I can. All right, I want to get to Kelly's hand. Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, sorry. My bad. That was my whole point, though. I was just I heard that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
There was a couple of people with their hands up. Do we call on those people or?
Yeah, I was gonna get to Kelly, and
Okay.
then I don't see any other hands.
I saw Maddie Ice and then somebody else. The Kelly.
Yeah, I interjected unaccordingly, and I was not my turn. And I'm so sorry, you guys. But
Oh wait, you're the one speaking. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm-
American Mission. She just let me do it because she was talking about the like Central America or South America or something.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I
don't
was
wanna
here.
go there. And,
All right, let's let Kelly go. Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, it's just real quick. One thing, if anybody is already on Pilled, I highly suggest to share your link in the purple pill so when the other people create accounts, they can quickly connect with you. I did put our link up in the Jumbotron and also on the purple pill. So I just wanted to interject that. Thank you.
What is the purple pill?
yeah, exactly. Is that a blue pill? It's like a blue pill on steroids.
If
It's
you
like a
don't,
Viagra.
if you're on
that's
your
like 10 times.
phone, you'll see on the bottom right this purple pill
No,
looking
just tell
thing.
it to us, please. I don't want to Google it.
I'm sorry.
Well, no. So this
Maddie,
is a podcast.
Maddie, stop.
So I was just thinking if people are familiar with the purple pill, if you're on your phone, you'll see it in the bottom right-hand side is purple. And actually they'll take you right to the reply section for the space. And so you can post comments and whatnot.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, on
We have, like,
on
physical
PC, it's
pill. I
not
was, like, really
it's
confused.
not purple on PC.
Okay.
Oh, what's it look? I forgot. What's it look like on PC?
I think it's just like, are you talking just to go like to the post? Because I see like
Yeah,
it will
to
show
do
the comments.
reply.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the speech bubble and it will give you like a number. But yeah, I'm on PC right now. It's not purple or anything. It's just the bottom right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see all the posts. Awesome.
Yeah,
Anybody
my
else have
pill is
any
black.
questions about that? Or was there anybody else that had questions about pill, I guess, in general, or
Anybody?
anybody?
I just came up because I didn't know if I had to, like
I took care of it. No, Maddie, you just stay down there. You're just not.
freaking stomp a mud hole. Just saying.
She's our chief enforcement
I was gonna say
officer.
crack some skulls, but I didn't think that was appropriate.
It's appropriate. You're fine.
Bounce some balls. There you go.
Listen, Jen is the top chief enforcement officer.
No, I saw Kelly put the little thing in the little text message. It came across my screen. I'm like, oh, that's my calling. I'll be right back.
We know, Jen. Love you. Love your content. Love what you do.
Love you too. Thank you, Maven.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, well, listen, we're always around. Like I said, support at pill.net. It's not like a generic answer to you guys. We actually do check it and answer you. You can, if you're on Pilled, you can DM Pilled admin. I mean, you can literally DM the Mats personally. Gorilla or Matt 1776, the other Matt, they'll answer you. Like we're not like, oh yeah, leave a message. Like they're so fantastic with that. They'll just get back to you.
Yeah, I know Rumble. Okay, they're big, but that's the thing. Like with Rumble, I've had a question out for months. I'm still waiting for an answer.
Yeah, we're niche. We're niche. I hate the word boutique, but we're people and we make sure we get back to you. Like we're literally like you guys. We get our kids ready in the morning for school. We send them out the door and then we come check our messages and we're like, oh my God, this poor person, like they need an answer. And I got to tell you, I know it's like less than you're getting an answer the same day. They're going to get back to you. Even if it's to say like, hey, okay, send me your stuff. Let me look it over. And then I'll find a solution for you. And they do. Like you heard Karen's hair was talking before about, the Mats being on the phone call with them, walking them through OBS settings or whatever. Like it's easy to like, pretend that stuff, but these guys really do this. And to be honest, they don't have to. They're extremely talented software, like engineers in freaking computer. I'm so not a tech person, so bear with me. I don't handle the tech stuff, thank God. But they are, and they do this, and they're always there. They're always there to help you. And it doesn't matter matter if you have 100,000 followers or 5 followers. They treat you the same way. They're just great guys. I honestly, it's just such a great place to be part of.
You might be a little bit partial, Nathan.
Well,
Maybe a little
I'm
bit.
super excited to get in. I'm super excited
Maybe
to
it's
get in
that.
there and play around. But I do want to do like a follow up space where we maybe try to do the live. That way we can, show the different features and talk about any questions, the specific questions. This is a good intro space, like so that people can go in there and get familiar with it. And then, I think a follow up in a couple of weeks, and we can really dive into it, some specifics.
Yeah. And like Maven said, you can always just reach out to I'm Gorilla on there, just Gorilla, or there's Mad1776, or there's Maven, or there's Pilled Admin. So drop us a DM or something, or just a follow, and let us know if you have any questions.
I think I followed you guys today, as a matter of fact, when I was in there.
Awesome. And if anybody here is a streamer and you're not already streaming there, please get in contact with us, right away. We're always, willing to bring on more streamers. The more the merrier.
Well, I saw that Sally came back up. Sally, did you have any more questions before we wrap it up?
So if I were to set up an account, do I just set it up? Do I have to contact someone when I want to like the monetization stuff and all that stuff? What do I need to do that?
Yeah.
Just log in, sign up?
You can just, log in, sign up, create a sign up, and then you would want to, you can send, let me see, it would be PilledAdmin at,
just support at pilled.net.
Support. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
And it's on their website. So if I go to pilled.net, everything I need is on that website.
Yeah, you can always scroll down on the left navigation menu, and there's a help section that will connect you either through the app.
Also, you should probably mention how to get the basically the web link. It's not because it's not in the App Store or in the iOS store. But how to get the mobile version on your phone. It's actually super simple.
It is. And we did send, I know you guys with video, it's kind of tough. We did send you guys a video. We have one on Pilled at Pilled Admin on Pilled. If you go to their upload section, you can see how to get your push notifications. So basically it acts just like app. So if you get a DM or you have a notification set on somebody, it will push directly to your phone. Same way as if you got it through the App Store, but we also don't have to abide by their rules. So, that's something that one day the Mats just figured it out and they're like, we can do this without them.
So I have one more question.
I'll drop that link in the thread.
Maven and Pill.net, do you both have DMs open? So if I have questions, I can DM someone?
Absolutely, anytime. I'm simple on Pilled. It's just at Maven.
So just DM you. Okay.
Yeah, or Gorilla or admin, but yeah, you can absolutely DM me, and we kind of just will.
Not through.
Oh, on X. Yeah. At Maven's Mayhem.
Until I get
Of course.
In case I have questions.
Of course, and also, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, DM us anywhere you can. If you're on Telegram or X or whatever.
Yeah, we'll find you.
Willing to help.
I just have a big live stream that I'm doing on Tuesday. I'm having a guest on. If I can figure this out by Tuesday, I might try to stream to all 3 platforms. So I'm just trying to figure
Tuesday, we can get you set up easily for Tuesday.
Yeah. 1 million percent.
Speaking of which, I'd just like a quick announcement. Tomorrow night, we are going to be streaming a movie, Save Our Children. We'll be streaming out to Pilled, of course, and then afterwards we will have an after watch space to talk about it, and that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Cool.
Excellent. Always make sure you guys, when you post on X, tag at pilled.net in your posts if you're going to be posting. It just kind of helps me. I try to stay on top of making sure I see everything you guys do, but I am a mom. Sometimes I get a little distracted. So yeah, always tag the Pilled X account and we're happy to share out your stuff. And we love trying to bring your people over because honestly, with the stickers and everything, it's way much more fun on Pilled.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Are we all good here?
Yes. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and teach us more about Pilled. And like I said, we'll follow up and we'll do something here in the next few weeks.
Let us know.
To go to the next step.
Yeah, and if anybody else out there has a stream and you want to have anybody from Pilled on there, just reach out to us and we can set up a stream. So thanks for having me on. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Well, we appreciate everything you guys are doing, and this having other options is so important. And as we move forward, it's going to become even more important, I think. So appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Trash, for coming in. Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for having me, guys. Sorry, I was, time zones and all, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah. Okay, slacker.
Great space. Great space,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm off the clock now. I can give you crap about it.
Exactly.
Well, I want to get with you. I want to get with you, Trash, and let's try to do a community space because I think that might solve some of your problems here on X, at least.
Yeah, it's well, yeah, we could talk about it another time.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.